Hey, girl. My name is Walter Oakes. I'll be your dorm director and your friend. And if you break any of the rules, I'll kill you.
Ze wiksen kamen Cuban down a blitzen. Haha! Daar zit in zijn brand, ze wiksen kamen Cuban down a blitzen. Daar zit in zijn brand, ze wiksen kamen Cuban down a blitzen.
$22,000, and that's just the base price. Just not the chrome. See, I waited 4 weeks for the chrome. You can't get chrome reels on base price. See, leather. That's Detroit leather. Okay. That's Detroit leather.
There's no room back here, Mom. Why don't you get the van like all the other parents?
Yeah? Why don't you get an accent like other kids from California?
He's not really here with anybody. This my brother. This my sister. He's not here with anybody.
Thank you to everybody who's been praying for me and saying good things and supporting me during this time in my life. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
Sinbad speaking out for the first time since suffering a major stroke 4 years ago. The comedian sharing a heartfelt message to his fans on Instagram and giving an update on his recovery.
Expect to see more of me soon.
What if the comedian who made millions laugh across 3 decades was secretly being punished by the industry for refusing to be their performing monkey?
You have to go to movies together. One listens, one watches.
David Atkins, better known to the world as Sinbad, was born on November 10, 1956, in Benton Harbor, Michigan, to Louise and Baptist Reverend Dr. Donald Beckley Atkins.
I was born in Benton Harbor, Michigan. Baptist preacher, but my dad was a man that judged no one after what his life was like. He was given away as a child.
Growing up as the second of 6 children in a preacher's household, young David learned early that laughter could be both armor and weapon.
Yeah, 6 of us.
What are you in the pecking order?
I'm second.
But nobody, not even his militant preacher father, could have predicted that this lanky kid with the blonde streak in his hair would one day become one of the most beloved comedians in America, only to face a battle that had nothing to do with punchlines.
This is the age where people are like this, oh man, I always loved you. I was a kid, as a comic. I always wanted to be you. You're a living legend. I'm like, I'm almost dead. That means like you dead.
His father, who had been given away as a child and found by his older sister years later, taught Sinbad a lesson that would define his entire career. Never let anyone tell you what you can or cannot be.
He was given away as a child. His mother got remarried, and this new man didn't want any of the kids, and they gave him all away like puppies. And his older sister found him later on in life.
That rebellious spirit would serve him well in comedy. It would also allegedly get him blacklisted. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's rewind to where it all started. Not on a comedy stage, but on a basketball court. Sinbad wasn't just a class clown. He was a legitimate athlete who earned a basketball scholarship to the University of Denver, where he lettered twice.
Basketball, I played basketball, but check this out. I had scholarships for basketball. I had scholarships for academics. I was an engineer. I was crazy.
Standing 6 feet 6 inches with hops that could clear a rim, his dream was simple. Make the NBA, become a star, live the good life. But in his senior year, everything changed. He was lost, disillusioned, beaten down by the racism at the school. One day, a young counselor at the Job Corps pulled him aside.
Like they have all this knowledge. He said, come here, young man. You're wasting somebody's spot here. And what are you talking about? He goes, this ain't for you. He said, you're destined for something great.
Those words hit differently. Sinbad walked away from college in his senior year, walked away from everything, and joined the United States Air Force in 1974. His plan? Make the All-Air Force basketball team, get noticed by the pros, and ride that wave to glory.
The way I joined the Air Force, let me get you to the story. Senior year in college, I'm going through changes. Life is messed up for me. My life is fucked up for me right that time.
But torn knees and a rebellious streak derailed that dream too.
While I was in college, I went to the local division in Colorado, in Denver. I said, I'm done. I'm done with school. I'm done. I walked away. I threw my books in the air.
Here's where it gets wild. Sinbad went AWOL. Multiple times. He impersonated officers.
I had to go back. They threw me out because, I was impersonating officers. I wouldn't wear uniform right, but it was the Air Force talent show.
Grew a beard, thinking the military wouldn't find a black man with a beard. He was, by his own admission, a terrible airman.
I was making fireworks for my own self. I was trying to make stuff that blew up. I was trying to tell you, I used to watch some movies like It Takes a Thief and The Crown Heights Affair. So I found out some hydrochloric acid where you could cut through glass.
But then something happened that would change not just his life, but comedy history. The Air Force talent show.
All the stuff I did in the military, the one thing I did right, I made this Air Force talent show. It's called TDY, Temporary Duty. I backed my car up, but it was foggy that day.
Standing on that stage, trash-talking the audience, making up material on the spot, that's when David Atkins truly became Sinbad.
But it was the Air Force talent show. That's why I always thank the military. Air Force talent show. I said, wait a minute, I can do that.
That's when you found your calling?
Found it, man.
And that was stand-up?
That was stand-up comedy.
He took the name from the legendary Persian adventurer.
Love Sinbad movies. Remember the old Sinbad movies?
Sure.
Then I found he was real. I had a Persian friend, and he said, man, Sinbad was real. He was an adventurer. And I started reading in National Geographic magazine. It was spelled Sindbad.
At 19 years old, sitting at a bus stop after leaving the Job Corps, he made a declaration, my former self never existed.
When I was sitting at that bus stop, I said, my name is Sinbad. I said, my former self never existed because you know why? This guy, Sinbad, he rode with kings and queens. He could ride with thieves.
But the Air Force wasn't having it. After all his antics, you know what finally got him discharged in 1981? Parking his car across 2 lanes during fog. After impersonating officers, going AWOL, and refusing to wear his uniform properly, it was bad parking that ended his military career.
Foggy that day. I backed up across line. They just thought this was me doing what I usually do. So the one thing I did not trying to be wrong was the thing, when I landed, I thought I'd kill somebody. Oh, they're done. They're done with you. I said, what? You parked across 2 lanes.
Sometimes the universe has a twisted sense of humor. Newly civilian and armed only with a microphone and a dream, Sinbad hit the comedy circuit hard. He performed at recreation centers, comedy clubs, anywhere that would give him 15 minutes.
People with children understand, though. They see your child running, they triple. I got him! There!
In Wichita, Kansas, he found his groove. In Colorado, he found his audience. And in 1983, he found national television. Star Search, Ed McMahon's legendary talent competition, was the American Idol of its era.
I didn't get in the first year. Star Search would roll up. That first year that Brad Garrett won, they roll up, but they got a camera crew. Cool. For somebody singing, you just need a camera.
If you won, you were made. If you lost, you went back to the clubs. Sinbad competed 11 times. 11.
Read stuff before the show. If you lose, smile. And then, no, you know you're about to lose. They give you that loser speech. You're all winners.
He won so many rounds that people stopped counting. He became a sensation. This tall, colorful comedian with the genie pants and the clean but edgy material who moved like he was dancing, even when standing still. But here's the thing nobody tells you about overnight success. It takes years, and when it finally comes, it never looks like you thought it would. In 1987, Sinbad landed a role that would change everything. Coach Walter Oakes on A Different World.
Man, I don't care, man. If the woman says no and you don't listen to her, it's plain and simple, case closed, 10 to 20.
The Cosby Show spinoff was supposed to be Lisa Bonet's vehicle, but it became something far more important, a cultural phenomenon that showed Black college life with authenticity, humor, and heart. Sinbad's character brought comic relief, but also wisdom. He wasn't just funny, he was real.
Car right out here.
Oh, well, let me take a look. This could change everything here.
All right.
I don't see nothing out there but an old abandoned station wagon.
Sinbad also became the host of Showtime at the Apollo from 1989 to 1991, bringing his electric energy to the legendary Harlem stage where careers were made and destroyed by the brutal honesty of the audience.
You may have seen this next performer on TV shows, Saved by the Bell, Totally Hidden Video, here for his second Apollo appearance.
But television success meant Hollywood came calling with movie deals. And that's when things got complicated. House Guest 1994.
Hey, girl.
Jingle All the Way 1996, alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger. First Kid 1996.
You ought to try that here.
What?
I said go to bed. Just be careful out there in cyberspace, all right? Be careful what you tell people.
Thanks.
And Good Burger 1997.
My afro! My afro!
Sinbad was everywhere. He was the family-friendly comedian who could carry a film, the clean comic in an era of increasingly raunchy stand-up. But behind the scenes, something else was happening. Sinbad wasn't playing the game. He spoke up when he saw injustice on set. He demanded black crew members be hired. He questioned why decisions were being made without his input, when it was his name selling tickets. He refused to just show up, say his lines, and go home like a good little performing monkey. In September 1993, his own sitcom premiered, The Sinbad Show. It should have been a triumph, a show bearing his name, with him as creative force. Instead, it became a battlefield. Producers wanted creative control. Sinbad wanted authenticity. They wanted a simple sitcom. He wanted to show a positive black man raising kids, working in tech, being multidimensional.
All right, and then I'm gonna buy you some furniture for your dolls, okay?
Johnny? Sure. Sure.
And then I'm gonna get myself a root beer. Johnny?
The show lasted one season, 24 episodes. And according to Sinbad, the label stuck, difficult to work with. But here's where Hollywood's memory gets selective. They remember him being, quote, difficult. They don't remember him fighting to get Debbie Allen hired to direct, which saved a different world.
I'm surprised they won't do it. Do you know, I was talking to Debbie Allen, I think some of them, even the black networks, turned it down and said it ain't hip enough. That's where we get in our own way. I said, no, you make a new updated version. You take that, that's my idea.
They don't remember him championing young comedians, giving them their first breaks. They don't remember him doing what others wouldn't, speaking truth to power. The late 90s into the 2000s saw Sinbad continuing to tour, performing stand-up that remained his first love. He created the Sinbad Soul Music Festival, bringing old-school R&B acts to new audiences, paying performers out of his own pocket when sponsors didn't come through. He was building something beautiful, but the foundation was shakier than anyone knew.
He started playing, I said, here, brother.
In 2009, the California Franchise Tax Board listed Sinbad as one of the state's worst tax debtors, owing over $2.5 million. By December, he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, but the hits kept coming. In 2013, he filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy, this time citing nearly $11 million in total debt. How does a comedian who sold out theaters, starred in hit movies, and had his own sitcom end up millions in debt? Sinbad's answer is simple. When you're paying for your own tours, funding your own projects because Hollywood won't, employing your family, trying to keep the dream alive, the money goes fast. He put his hilltop home up for sale. He kept touring, he kept fighting, because that's what Adkins men do. They persist. Then came the cultural phenomenon that would become synonymous with his name for all the wrong reasons, Shazam. Thousands of people, maybe millions, swear they remember watching a movie in the 1990s where Sinbad played a genie. They remember the plot, the scenes, even the VHS cover. There's just one problem. The movie never existed. This isn't just people misremembering. This is the Mandela effect in full force, a collective false memory so strong that Sinbad himself has joked about it, even filming a fake scene for April Fool's Day. The internet loses its mind over Shazam every few months, with people convinced there's a conspiracy to erase the film from existence. Reality check. Shaquille O'Neal starred in Shazam, 1996. Sinbad did not star in Shazam. But try telling that to the thousands who insist they rented it from Blockbuster. Throughout the 2000s and 2010s, Sinbad kept performing. He appeared on reality shows, did voice work, guest starred on sitcoms. He was still Sinbad, still funny, still relevant, still fighting. In 1986, he married Meredith Fuller. They divorced in 1992, but remarkably remarried in 2002. Together they have 4 children: Paige Adkins, Royce Adkins, and daughter Jim, plus 1 other child. His family became his anchor. But in October 2020, everything stopped. Sinbad suffered a massive ischemic stroke. He was placed in a medically induced coma. For weeks, his family didn't know if he would survive. When he woke up, he couldn't walk, couldn't talk properly. The man whose voice had filled theaters for decades had to relearn how to form words. His recovery has been nothing short of miraculous. Through intense physical therapy, unwavering family support, and what can only be described as warrior-level determination, Sinbad fought his way back. In May 2024, he made a brief stand-up appearance, his first since the stroke.
I know some days when I'm in this wheelchair at the top of the steps, I know you have been thinking.
The comedy world collectively held its breath, then erupted in applause. And in June 2025, something even more remarkable happened. Tyler Perry's film Straw began streaming, featuring Sinbad in a significant role. 5 years after a stroke that should have ended everything, Sinbad was acting again. Not just surviving, creating.
Aria Wilkinson. Who's that?
That's her daughter. She was sick. Janiyah was always taken to the hospital.
In July 2025, Sinbad gave an interview where he finally said what he'd been holding back for decades. He claimed Hollywood systematically targeted him, labeled him difficult, and blackballed him because he refused to be their performing monkey, because he spoke up, because he demanded respect, because he wouldn't stay in his place. Financial devastation of his bankruptcy years. At nearly 69 years old, Sinbad is still Sinbad, still colorful, still outspoken, still that kid from Benton Harbor who decided one day that David Atkins no longer existed and a legend named after a Persian adventurer would take his place. Some stories end with tragedy, some end with triumph. Sinbad's story refuses to end at all, he just keeps going, one stubborn, brilliant, rebellious step at a time. Just like his father taught him, just like that counselor told him all those years ago. He was destined for something great, and he's not done yet.